I was walking through the halls. I had to go to the bathroom, so I caught Scott on Prodigy.
Oh, is that what he was doing back there?
Yeah.
I saw you in the room with him.
He's back in Dave's office. We're doing Prodigy baseball. So I walked in, and I was watching for a good 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't even know I was watching him. He was so engrossed.
So engrossed.
And then he just looks up at me and he goes,
Would you just back off? Really, would you just back off already?
Back off, buddy.
I saw your scary side. I'd never seen it before.
That's my scary side?
Yeah, you were scary.
Would you just back off already?
Back off.
All I did was watch you playing.
Hey, back off, Boogaloo.
That's it.
Did I inhibit you? Why did you stop playing?
I'm done.
Oh, how long does it take?
It takes 5 minutes.
Oh, you go on and what do you do?
I just check the score for the day.
And are you still in first place?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But what do you mean it only takes 5 minutes?
We have that 5 minutes to see what the score is. That's
Well,
it.
you have to spend time with it later in the day, don't you?
Yes.
Oh.
I do.
I have to strategize.
I'm at work.
Do you have to bring that up?
He wants you to think that he's spending 5 minutes a day on it.
Troublemaker.
I'm in first place, Robin. You don't get there by 5 minutes of work.
That's right.
First place. What an athlete.
You're very proud of yourself. You're so physical.
Call me nimble fingers.
I'm tired.
Hey, Scott, I'm surprised your Prodigy baseball wasn't rained out today.
I eat, drink, and smoke. Prodigy.
So you're in first place. I mean, you must feel very athletic. Do you feel like a big-time manager?
Sure.
You know, Tommy Lasorda's in better shape than you? Look at the belly on him. It jiggles when he talks.
Every day bigger.
Unbelievable. Every day bigger, smokier. He stinks like cigarettes. So what happened? You logged on. You checked to see if you were still in first place?
Right.
Oh, they issue new standings every day?
There's a game every night.
Oh, that's great.
Sometimes a double header.
Is that right?
I'm sorry. Never a double
Oh,
header.
is that right?
No double header.
No double headers.
No twilight game.
What do you mean there's a game? Like there's not actually, like they just make up a game and then they decide who wins?
Well, we have teams.
Right.
And we have real-life players from the major leagues.
Oh, and then they take all the statistics of those players
They use
from that night.
the real stats.
I see.
Very scientific.
It certainly is.
Ugh.
It's like a chess game.
Ugh.
Prodigy's pretty cool.
Prodigy's great.
You know what's cool about it? Here's a free commercial for him, but I went into it last night, and then when I went on, it said to me, we're going to take about 7 minutes now. We're going to update your software. We're going to make some adjustments. This is what the computer tells you. Because we've just updated our email section.
Oh, yeah, I got that yesterday.
Yeah. So all of a sudden I go into it now. You got a spell check when you write an email?
It's like a word processor now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like if I write you a letter on email.
So
now
you can write it like a letter on your computer.
Yeah.
You can word or spell check it and all that.
Yeah, all that stuff. And then you hit send and it goes.
It also shows you if you're replying to somebody else's mail, their letter keeps it on the bottom so you can refer to it without having...
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It also lights your cigarettes for you.
Is that right?
Yes, I do a lot of business.
I didn't realize you were corresponding so much in email.
With our other league members and Prodigy baseball.
Letters?
Well, you know, we get offered trades and things like that.
I see you email each other.
Yes.
Super.
Can't fool me. I know Thurman Munson is dead. Keep him.
All right, very good, Scott. I'm glad to see you busy with...
Anytime.
I know you're under the gun with a lot of getting ready for best stuff when we go on vacation.
Just about
is that
done.
right?
That's
Good.
right.
All right. Under control.
Everything's under control. No problem.
There he goes.
Everybody was
World
worried.
Series is coming, too.
I saw Gambling Dan out there, and he's another weird guy. You know, he's still gambling.
Yeah.
This is the kid who's my intern who gambled away his entire tuition for college and had to drop out of school because he had such a bad gambling problem. And he's only
it's a great story because you know what the problem was? He'd already gambled up the portion that he was supposed to add to his own tuition.
Yeah.
So in order to try to make it up, he went for broke. His parents had sent him the rest of the money for his tuition, and he put it all on one bet.
So he could have taken his parents' tuition money and paid off his bets, but instead he tried to go for double.
And wound up in more debt.
You know, you're the worst gambler I've ever heard. You bet against the Devils?
Yeah.
I thought you weren't betting anymore.
I wasn't betting. I got coaxed into betting on this one.
But he's such a gambler's mentality. He's now blaming. It's never his fault. He was like, I got coaxed into this. This guy forced me to bet.
No, well, I was in the office the other day, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're gambling, Dan. Who do you like? Who do you like?" And I like the Red Wings just because they reminded me of the Rangers last year.
Right.
So as I was leaving, the intern Josh in the afternoon, he was just badgering me. Come on, let's bet. He's a big Devils fan.
Right.
I hate the Devils. I'm a big Ranger fan.
Right.
So Yeah, I didn't want to bet anything.
So he badgered you into it.
Yeah, I was like,
and you said, hey, look, I don't want to bet on
But
this.
see how emotional he is about the betting?
Right.
Instead of looking at what's really going on, he hates the devil.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, I have no feeling about the Devils.
So
You know?
I was like, leave me alone. And I was walking away, and he just kept on saying, okay, let's bet. And I was like, okay, fine. And I tried to scare him. I was like, okay, let's go for $100 then.
Right.
And he was like, no.
No, that's good. That's a good scare.
Said, well,
Especially for you, with a guy with a problem.
Well, for him, he has no
You better go to Gamblers Anonymous. I know you say that's for losers.
It's for
but
you, because you are a loser.
And,
And you have lost every bet since January.
I haven't won anything. I haven't won...
Well, what would you call a person who doesn't win?
A loser. Are you a loser?
No, I'm not a loser, but I just can't...
Hey, you're not a loser.
No, I'm a mush. I can't pick the games. And everything I touch...
All right, so you're a mush. Call it whatever you want.
Get your butt to Mush Anonymous, then.
A lot of guys use that expression, mush. Explain that.
The mush is... if you see the movie A Bronx Tale...
Right.
It's the guy who... there's a character in the movie who is a big bettor like me, kind of. But everything he bets on loses.
He's the mush.
No matter what he bets on, it turns sour.
Yeah.
So.
You're a loser's loser.
It's unreal.
So wouldn't that keep you from betting if you realize you're not a good bettor?
So you realize you're the mush, and you probably laugh at the mush in the movie.
Oh, of course. Because
Right.
everybody looks at me when we're watching with a bunch of people. They just all point at me like, hey, there you are.
That's a really cool movie.
It is a good
That
movie.
Bronx Tale is good.
That guy Chaz Palminteri, he's pretty good. Is that him? Chaz Palminteri?
Yeah.
I'm so sick of losing. You just figure sooner or later it's got to turn around. And,
Not your luck.
I mean, I'm betting on the best teams. Not only in basketball, they didn't win one game.
I know.
In hockey too, this is the best team they say.
But you know what it is? You're a guy who knows a lot about sports. You watch and everything,
I know
but
too much.
it doesn't help you out.
It's almost
I
like,
bet and I win more than you do, and I don't know a thing about sports.
I'd be better off flipping a coin.
Right. Well, that's the point. That's what I do. I go, ooh, that sounds like a cool team.
So why
You know-
don't you just give people your money and stop all this foolishness?
You know what? The first time I went to the track with my dad ever, I was a real young kid, and I told him I want to go with you. I go with him, and I was really into puppetry, and all of a sudden I see this horse is listed in the next race, Jerry Mahoney. I go, Jerry Mahoney. I'm into puppets.
I don't even know who Jerry Mahoney is.
Right. So I bet it. I go up to my old man, but I tell him, I said, well, actually, I'm telling the story wrong. Here's what happened. I go to the track with my dad, and I'm bugging my dad. I want to lay down some bets, but I don't have any money. I'm like 10 years old. And I keep screaming at my dad, I want to bet. He goes, you don't know anything. Shut up. You're a moron. That's what he said to me. Just shut up. If you wanted to come to the track, sit there and eat your stupid hot dog. So I take his binoculars. He has these binoculars. I take it, and I'm walking around, and I'm looking through the binoculars, and all of a sudden, on a beam, I see the number 8. Like, you know how they have beams?
Right.
These metal beams? I see the number 8. It's just somebody drew the number 8. I said, Dad, number 8 is going to win next. Number 8 is going to win next. My father goes, you shut up. You don't know anything about the track. You've never been here. You're talking stupid. You're supposed to look at the handicap. You're supposed to handicap these horses. I've been going to the track all my life, and you're going to sit here and tell me number 8 is going to win? He says, you're an imbecile, and I'm not putting any money down on it. This is what he said to me. Totally humiliated me. He's my father, always dead. Because he's my dad. And that's the way his father raised him. That's his job, to humiliate me in front of people, strangers.
And since you didn't have a son, you passed it on to me.
Right. So anyway, he's like, I follow these horses from birth. I go to the track. I watch their bowel movements. I watch them in the mud. I've got the handicapper thing, the sheet, and I play the odds. A number 8 is not going to win. So the race takes off. Guess who wins? First place, number 8. My old man goes, holy mackerel, this kid knows something.
What else? What else?
He goes, so then, the next race, Jerry Mahoney's running. Jerry Mahoney's name of a puppet. I have 20 Jerry Mahoney's at home because I'm a kid and I'm into ventriloquism. I live for Jerry Mahoney. I go, Dad, let me bet Jerry Mahoney. I want to bet the mother load. My old man figures I know something. He lays on, like, Jerry Mahoney, like $100. Now, my old man in his best year made $12,000. So $100 is a lot of money to my father. Jerry Mahoney, race takes off. Jerry Mahoney comes in dead last. You bet like I bet. Even though you think you know everything. You this and that and the other thing. You should just bet like, hey, I'm into Jerry Mahoney. I'll bet Jerry Mahoney. You'd probably do better.
You know what one of Dan's big problems is?
Jerry's still running.
You know what one of his big problems is? He's got a lot of knowledge about sports, but he does the worst thing a gambler can do. He bets with his heart a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He gets all emotional.
Right.
Yeah, but you got a real problem, dude.
It's a pain, man.
So how much did you lose on the Devils?
I haven't lost anything yet. I bet on the series, and
they're going to lose. They're going to win. The Devils are going to win.
The Devils.
And you told me you would stop betting completely.
I had stopped betting, but I was just walking out the door. I just wanted to shut him up because.
But you bet on the
why don't you ask him the bet he has with his brother?
What is the bet he has with his brother?
Oh no!
What bet do you have with your brother?
Well, my brother Jimmy and I were betting because both of us had gained a lot of weight. And we're just looking at each other, like making fun of each other, and we bet each other that we could lose weight.
Yeah.
And we're going $10 a pound.
You're going to lose that.
Dan's like 3 feet away from betting on cockroach races.
I know.
You know
He'll
what
bet
he's
on anything.
saying to himself? At least I'm not betting with a bookie.
Right.
And
yeah, no
he
vig.
thinks that's not betting.
Well, you know, because the vig is just an extra 10% that I don't have to lose.
You shouldn't even know what the word vig means. When I was in college, I didn't even understand vig. I didn't understand vig till you explained it.
College,
Still don't understand.
college
Yeah, right.
has totally changed. Since you've been in college.
Okay.
I'm telling you, college is just rampant gambling. Gambling is like a business for some kids in college now. It's just bookies galore.
All right, listen. You got a real problem, man, and you better go to Gamblers Anonymous.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
You need help.
Yes, the dude on the phone.
I don't even deny it. I don't deny it.
All right. Okay. You need help. That's all I'm telling you.
Your parents don't know this.
My parents know everything, but you know they can't control it anymore. At this point, they're just pretty much giving up and are fed up. You know, I haven't. If you compare what I'm losing now compared to what I've lost before,
to what he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Man, I've been down that road, and you're all done. It's
Right.
gonna take something real drastic for you to change.
yeah, like losing my tuition.
Right. Dude, I mean, really, I think losing your tuition, you would have sworn it off. You remind me of me, man. When I did acid, and I took 2 hits one night, and I swore it off, and then I did acid again. Because I had to go see that stupid space movie on acid. 2001.
Well, I have to go to the track this weekend. That'll be it.
This is it? Yeah. You're going to the track this weekend?
I'm going with Gary.
I'll take
Are you
that
really?
bet.
Yeah.
You're going to the track?
Yeah.
Oh, no. How much you bringing?
I don't know. I have some money. I just got a big check, so I'm a couple $100. Actually, I wanted to go to Atlantic City, but it's kind of far.
I'm doing this appearance at the Meadowlands tomorrow night.
All right.
Dan's known it for 3 months.
Yeah.
Dude, man, can I go with you? Can I go with you?
Oh, man.
So I'm getting Dan in for free.
Right.
Because I figure he'll spend everything else on, on horses.
Right.
But it's like, that's like a fun night out for Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Scores of the track might be a hard choice.
Right. Really?
Yeah, women they pale in comparison to gambling.
You would go to the track over scores?
No, probably not. Depending on how much money. If I had enough money for a lot of lap dances, I'd go to scores.
But what if you had a good tip?
Oh, I'd definitely go to a track.
And what's a good tip? If some guy telling you something,
So how do you pick horses? Do you get like the handicap sheet and all
I don't know anything about horses. The only time I ever wanted horses was about 10 years ago. I walked into OTB. I was like 14, and I bet on some horse called Unbridled for the Kentucky Derby.
But the way to really win at horses is you got to have a whole betting philosophy. My father could explain it to you. He's pretty good at the track. I mean, you got to have a whole betting philosophy.
You're talking about a guy who knows what he's doing and a guy with a disease.
I know.
He has a disease. There's no way of rationalizing.
So will you just go off to the window and plunk down money on, Jerry Mahoney?
Well, the way that we used to bet on the horses, I used to go with my friends and
throw darts at a board.
They'd say pick a horse, and then I'd pick the horse, and then they just cross it off. And I just keep on naming horses. They just keep on crossing.
I see. So it's a total luck thing.
Yeah.
My dad used to go to the track all the time, and I went with him once, and he used to get that whole little thing that tells you what the horses did in their last 4 races, if they ran in mud. Yeah. And my father had like a pencil, and when he was done, it looked like Einstein's theory of relativity.
Yeah, same with my old man.
He computed the last 4 races, and he had like all charts
and then came up with one name, right?
Yeah,
no, he really did.
Yeah, my old man does that too, and then he's got a whole bunch of different bets he bets. He knows how to do it.
See, the problem with
old guys know how to do that.
It's based on how old they are, what they did in their last 4 races. If
my father saw a dickhead like you at the track, he'd laugh at you. He'd be like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's just going over and plunking down a bunch of money?
See, the problem with betting, it never ends.
Right.
So especially sports.
Well, you know a lot about problems, don't you?
Well,
why doesn't it end? All you have to do is stop.
No,
he loves it.
No, because I love sports so much, and now hockey season's over.
Why don't you go out and play some sports, Fatso? Howard,
what? He got a paycheck from around here, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, see, John, this is money that I didn't have. Now I can have it, and then I can try and double it.
Right. And he won't.
Hey, Dan, you ever try cocaine?
No.
Yeah, you're a perfect candidate. Well, let me just tell you something. And you're going to try and double your money at the track? Something you know nothing about?
No, I would just take like a couple $100.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't try to. I have money saved, so
right.
I'm not really worried about that.
And now he said, Howard, now it's baseball.
No, well, now it's the stocks.
I feel that we're responsible.
Oh, you getting into stocks?
Well, I'm trying.
Oh, okay. Why don't you give the money to John? Let him invest it.
Yeah, but I'll bet you that he already made money on it.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. So what are you doing?
But I feel that we're responsible, Howard.
Yeah.
Why would you be responsible?
Because we got him back into it.
I was into it now, but
no, he was already into it. I'd love to take credit for that, but I can't.
He hasn't stopped. Dude.
Yeah.
I talked to one of my friends who I used to gamble with all the time, and he's out in Michigan, and he had stopped for a while, and I hadn't talked to him for a couple of weeks. So I called him yesterday. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He was like, "Oh, I got a great tip for you, man. Take this team." And I was like, "Oh, you know, man."
Yeah, he's back into it.
He's back into the baseball, which is where we lost all the money to begin with.
Yeah. You know, baseball seems so easy. It's like, hey, I got a 50-50 chance.
Exactly.
Either the team's going to win or it's going to lose.
But you lose so much more than you win. You lose double. And
you knowing that, you're still going to go back into it.
No, I'm not going back into baseball. Baseball, that's taboo.
Right. I'll bet you he'll be back into it.
Yeah, he'll be there.
No, I'd like to try horses. I've never done it.
You like the alcoholic who says, well, I can drink beer.
Yeah. I stay away from hard stuff.
Actually, the best place to gamble is probably the casinos, because it weighs the odds. You could go there for 5 hours.
Riverboat.
There you go.
Yeah, I've already been down to New Orleans. They have a nice riverboat casino.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for something to come.
Danny, you better go mellow out, man. You got to go take a nice cold shower.
A fever.
You talk about gambling like I talk about women.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Take those headphones off and go back in the office and put them to work. Go ahead, man.
I wish you could hear yourself.
You sound like a nut.